Welcome to Victor and our next installment. This week, we're delighted to be interviewing former England rugby player and World Cup winner Andy Gomarsall. Andy won 35 caps for England and was part of two World Cup campaigns, winning in 2003 and being a runner-up in 2007. Since retiring, Andy has operated within the IT industry and is a partner in a successful business, N2S. Andy, thank you for joining us.
Hi, mate. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. Very good. You were clearly part of a golden era for England rugby. What made the 2003 World Cup squad so successful?
Well, firstly, to get a group of people together, Clive Woodward's job is ultimately recruitment. So talent in the room was insane. Some of the best players in the world in their positions, and that helps massively. But talent alone isn't enough. So what he did was build the blocks around, the foundations around, and we had a set of world-class performance standards that we had to adhere to and get just to get into the team, let alone in your performance on the pitch. And we knew every time it was close or we lost a game, we knew why. And I guess when you know why and you're in the game and you can fix it, that leads to teams that just go on and keep winning. And I think we built that. It was a long time to build that. But then once we got close to the World Cup in 2003, having gone across to Australia and New Zealand and beaten two of the best teams in the world away from home at a really difficult time as well at the end of our season, where you're tired, you're from a long domestic season. To be able to do that gave us belief and confidence that we could go to Australia and win a World Cup.
The build up to a World Cup final the week before, how do you control your nerves? It's not a typical game, and it as much as your coaches, the team, the management, everybody knows it, but everyone plays it down as if it's just another game.
Yeah, the doctor always comes round with sleeping tablets the night before a game. so I don't remember actually taking one, but when I used to, nervous, and you put your head on the pillow the night before, and you were really nervous, and you're just lying. And you're just looking at the ceiling in your hotel room. That's not a great place to be. But joking aside, I think it's just planning and preparation and making sure you get it all right, and then feeling, physically good and mentally, strong with the plan. That's all you can do. And I think, you will always have nerves, and nerves are a good thing. Adrenaline and nerves can help you focus more and make you even more determined. So they're never going to go away. It's just how you handle those. And I always had, to get over some nerves, I had a bit of humour with it as well. So, you choose the right people to be with that can accept that, just to have a laugh about it and not get too worked up about it, rather than, just being so stone cold. Everyone's very different, so you just work that out within your team. But I think once it actually happens, the kickoff, they're all gone, they're done, that's all done.
And fast forward to today, you've built a very successful second career. In your mind, what skills do you feel that rugby developed for you, and how have you been able to use it within your business career?
I think it's when you're in elite sport, there's an element of massive egos in the team and in the room. So it's how you all come together as a team, and how you engage, communicate with one another to get the best out of each other. And also sport teaches you is, once you put people in the right position, and give them the tools, they will excel. So I think that's no different than in business. And I've found that over my now decade of being in business, that it's exactly the same principles. And just being a human being as well, sport, we always used to mess up on the field, right? We all made mistakes, and it's how you fix those. And I'd heard of in business, bosses that shouted and, just absolutely came down hard on their staff, and it didn't create a good culture. So I think cultures are massive from sport to business. Culture is huge. And obviously for the athletes, it's the transferable skills, like knowing what you were good at on the pitch, or in your sport, knowing what you're good at and trying to work out what they are to then go and gain employment or start a second career. And then secondly, find the right industry vertical for you that you thrive in. And, because we were so blessed, right, to be able to do such an amazing thing that we would have done for free as our hobby. It was never a job. And so for an athlete to then go into a so-called job, that's really challenging and difficult. Finding out what your motivation is obviously very key.
It's a really good point there, because I think we can all relate back to, being 19 or 20, just starting out and feeling like you'll play rugby forever. And then before you know, click your fingers, the career's over.
Yeah. I got warned about that, Steve. It was, players that were just retiring and they'd been amateur and never really got to play much professional sport. They kept saying to you, and you're a young punk, and they're going, it's over before you know it. Enjoy every single moment. Yeah, whatever. And then suddenly, you're the old man saying the same things to the youngsters, and it's scary how quickly it does go, for sure.
Yeah, and undoubtedly. And I think the other thing is we were fortunate in the sense that we were able to do a degree before playing rugby, and so there is undoubtedly a lot more at risk now for young players, where they do have the opportunity to play professional rugby or go down more traditional route. And getting that balance is critical.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, Andy, thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure to catch up with you as ever. Fascinating hearing about your thoughts about what you've used in business, and wish you the best of luck. And we need to play that for golf, actually, although I'm a bit worried.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. We need to practice the 10-foot putt to win it. We need to practice those nerves and mental ability. So I look forward to that, my friend.
Good stuff. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. Cheers.